Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Talks Sarah, the podcast where we laugh, we learn, and we grow in English together. I am so happy you are here today. I am Sarah, and with me, as always, is
Hey everyone, I'm Alex, and I have to say, I almost did not make it today. I spilled coffee on my notes right before we started recording.
Classic Alex. Okay, so you are speaking from memory today.
From the heart, honestly, it's fine. Today's topic is something I actually talk about all the time in real life:
And what is that topic?
small talk.
Yes, small talk. Today's whole episode is about small talk, what it is, why it is so hard for English learners, and how to get really good at it. And by the end of this episode, you are going to feel ready to start a conversation with just about anyone,
Even a stranger at the grocery store?
even a stranger at the grocery store.
Okay, that one scares me a little, but let's do it.
All right, friends, get comfortable, get a cup of something warm, and let's talk about small talk. So, Alex, let me ask you something. When you first moved to the United States, what was the hardest social situation for you in English?
Oh, and that's easy. Elevators.
Elevators?
Yes, you get in the elevator with someone, maybe your neighbor, maybe a coworker, and they look at you and they say, "Hey, how's it going?" And I used to just freeze because in my head I thought, do I answer this? Is it a real question? What do I say?
That's such a perfect example, Alex. And I think so many of our listeners feel exactly that way. Because how's it going sounds like a simple question, but for someone learning English, it can feel like a test.
It feels like a trap. Is it a real question or not? Do they want a real answer?
And the answer is usually no. How's it going in American English is more of a greeting than a question. The expected answer is something short and friendly, like, good, thanks, how about you? And then you both move on with your day.
I wish someone had told me that in year one.
That's exactly why we're here, because small talk has rules, it has patterns, and once you understand those patterns, it stops feeling scary. It starts feeling like a game you actually know how to play.
A game. I like that. So, what are the rules?
Rule number one, small talk is not about saying something smart. It's about showing the other person that you're friendly and open. That's it. You're not trying to impress anyone, you're just opening a door.
Opening a door. That's a good way to think about it.
Rule number two, and this one is important. Small talk topics in the US are usually very safe and causative. Things like the weather, the weekend, sports, food, or what's going on around you. You're not diving deep into politics or personal problems.
Right. I learned that one the hard way. I once asked a coworker how much rent he paid, and he got very quiet.
Oh no! Yes, money, salary, age, weight, those are not small talk topics in American culture. They feel too personal too fast.
But the weather, totally fine.
Totally fine. In fact, the weather is almost the official small talk topic of America. Can you believe this heat? Oh my gosh, this rain! You can always start there.
That is both funny and very practical.
Rule number three, and this one is important. Always add a follow up. Don't just answer, ask back. So if someone says, "Hey, how was your weekend?" you say, "It was great. I went hiking. How about yours?" That back and forth, that's what makes it a real conversation.
So it's like a tennis match. You catch the ball, you throw it back.
Exactly like tennis. And the goal is not to win. The goal is to just keep the ball in the air.
Keep the ball in the air. I love that. Because sometimes I used to just answer and then go silent, and then the silence gets awkward and I panic.
The awkward silence panic. Oh, I know it well. And here's a secret. Native speakers feel that too. Nobody loves a long, unexpected silence. So when in doubt, just say something. Anything, positive and friendly. You can't really go wrong.
What if I make a grammar mistake in my small talk?
Honestly, nobody cares. In casual conversation, Americans make grammar mistakes all the time. The goal of small talk is connection, not perfection.
Connection, not perfection. I'm writing that one down.
Can I share a story?
Yes, please.
When I first came to the US, I worked at a small coffee shop, and every single day customers would say things like, "How's your day going?" or "Staying busy?" or "Can you believe this weather?" And at first, I had no idea what to say. I would just smile and nod and feel a little embarrassed inside.
Oh, I relate to that so much.
But here is what I did. Every night, I would write down 3 small talk phrases I heard that day, and I practiced saying them out loud in my apartment, like, "Yeah, it's been a crazy week," or, "Oh, I know, this heat is no joke." And slowly, really slowly, those phrases started to feel natural, like they belonged to me.
Like they were yours.
Exactly. And the first time I said, "Oh, wow, can you believe this weather?" It came out of nowhere. And the customer laughed and agreed. I felt so proud, like a small victory.
Those small victories are so important. I had one too. I remember the first time I successfully made a joke in English with a coworker and they actually laughed. Not a polite laugh, a real laugh.
That is the best feeling.
I went home and told my whole family. I made an American laugh in English. They thought I was crazy.
You were not crazy. That is a real moment because humor in a second language is so hard. It means you're not just speaking English, you're thinking English, feeling English.
And it starts with small talk, just these little conversations, one at a time.
One at a time. That's the whole journey, honestly. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, how's it going?
Not bad at all. Thanks for asking.
Not bad at all. Thanks for asking.
Can you believe this weather today?
I know, right? It came out of nowhere.
So, do you live around here?
So, do you live around here?
I've been here about 2 years now. I really love it.
I've been here about 2 years now. I really love it.
Did you catch the game last night?
Did you catch the game last night?
No, I missed it. Was it a good one?
No, I missed it. Was it a good one?
Any big plans for the weekend?
Any big plans for the weekend?
Nothing too exciting, just relaxing. How about you?
Nothing too exciting, just relaxing. How about you?
10 sentences, Alex. How are you feeling?
Really good. And I notice those sentences sound so natural when you say them all together, like a real conversation.
That is the point. These are real sentences that real Americans say every day, and now they're in your mouth. Let's keep going. Okay, so now you know how to start a small talk conversation, but what about keeping it going? That's where a lot of learners get stuck.
Yes, like I can say, how's it going? But then what? Sometimes my brain just goes blank after that.
So here's a trick I love. I call it the CARE method. C stands for comment. You comment on something around you, like, "Oh, that's a great jacket."
Okay, C, comment. Got it.
A stands for ask. You ask a simple, friendly question, like, "Where did you get it?" Nothing too personal, just curious.
A, ask. Simple question. Keep it light.
R stands for relate. You make a connection to what they said, like, "Oh, I love that store. I go there all the time."
R, relate. You make a connection.
And E stands for extend. You extend the conversation by asking one more thing or adding one more thought, like, "Do you shop there often? They always have great sales."
C, comment. A, ask. R, relate. E, extend. That's genuinely brilliant.
Thank you. And the beautiful thing is, you don't have to do all 4 every time. Even just C and A, a comment and a question, is enough to have a real, warm conversation.
Can you give me an example, like a full conversation using care?
Sure. So imagine you're at the office coffee machine and a coworker walks up. You say, "Oh, that coffee smells amazing." That's your comment.
Simple, friendly, totally safe.
They say, "Yeah, it's a new blend they brought in." And now you ask, "Oh, really? Is it good? I haven't tried it yet.
And they will probably offer you some.
Maybe. Then you relate. I really need something strong today. It's been such a busy morning. And then you extend. Do you usually drink coffee or are you more of a tea person?
And now you have a real conversation from coffee. That is incredible.
From coffee, from the weather, from a funny sign on the wall. Small talk is everywhere, Alex. You just have to open your eyes and your mouth.
And not be afraid of the silence.
Right. And if there is a silence, do not panic. Just smile and say something like, "Well, it was great talking to you," and move on. That is also perfectly fine.
So there is always an exit. You are never trapped in a small talk conversation.
Never trapped. You always have an exit. I should put that on a t-shirt.
Oh, that's a really nice bag. Where did you get it?
Oh, that's a really nice bag. Where did you get it? I love your coffee order. I might have to try that next time.
I love your coffee order. I might have to try that next time.
It's been such a busy week. I'm really looking forward to the weekend.
It's been such a busy week. I'm really looking forward to the weekend.
Have you tried that new restaurant on 5th Street? I heard it's amazing.
Have you tried that new restaurant on 5th Street? I heard it's amazing.
I can't believe how fast this year is going. It feels like just yesterday it was January.
I can't believe how fast this year is going. It feels like just yesterday it was January.
So, are you from around here originally, or did you move here?
So, are you from around here originally, or did you move here?
I've been learning a lot of new things lately. It keeps life interesting.
I've been learning a lot of new things lately. It keeps life interesting.
The traffic was something else this morning. I left extra early and still almost was late.
The traffic was something else this morning. I left extra early and still almost was late.
I really needed this break today. It's been nonstop since Monday.
I really needed this break today. It's been nonstop since Monday.
It was so great talking to you. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.
It was so great talking to you. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.
20 sentences. Alex, which one was your favorite?
Honestly, the last one. It was so great talking to you. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Because it ends everything so warmly. No awkwardness, just kindness.
That is such a good one. And listeners, that sentence works in almost every situation. Write it down. Practice it. Make it yours. I am getting more comfortable starting conversations every day.
I am getting more comfortable starting conversations every day.
Small talk feels more natural to me every time I practice.
Small talk feels more natural to me every time I practice.
I don't need perfect English to be friendly and warm.
I don't need perfect English to be friendly and warm.
I can start a conversation and I can keep it going.
I can start a conversation and I can keep it going.
A simple comment and a question. That is all it takes.
A simple comment and a question.
That is all it takes. I connect with people, one small conversation at a time.
I connect with people one small conversation at a time.
I am not afraid of silence. I know what to do.
I am not afraid of silence. I know what to do.
My English is growing every single day, and I'm proud of that.
My English is growing every single day, and I'm proud of that.
I belong in every conversation I enter.
I belong in every conversation I enter.
Connection is more important than perfection, and I choose connection.
Connection is more important than perfection, and I choose connection.
30 sentences. Done. Complete. You did it.
That last one hit me. Connection is more important than perfection, and I choose connection. That is something I am going to carry with me.
Say it one more time, both of us.
Connection is more important than perfection, and I choose connection.
Small talk is friendly, casual conversation about everyday topics, like the weather, sports, or the weekend. It is not deep or serious. The purpose is to be friendly and make a connection. In American culture, small talk is very common and important in work, social, and everyday situations. I had some great small talk with my neighbor while waiting for the elevator.
I had some great small talk with my neighbor while waiting for the elevator.
Awkward means uncomfortable or embarrassing, usually because of a situation that feels strange or difficult. A long silence in a conversation can feel awkward. Making a mistake in front of people can feel awkward. It is a very common American English word, and it is totally okay to say, "Sorry, that was a little awkward." It shows self-awareness. There was an awkward silence, so I just said, "Well, this weather is crazy, right?"
There was an awkward silence, so I just said, "Well, this weather is crazy, right?"
A follow-up is something you do or say after the first thing, to continue or respond. In small talk, a follow-up question is when you ask about what the other person just said. It shows you are listening and interested. Without a follow-up, conversations stop very quickly. She told me about her weekend, so I asked a follow-up question about the restaurant she visited.
She told me about her weekend, so I asked a follow-up question about the restaurant she visited.
To relate means to connect your own experience to what someone else is saying. When you relate, you say something like, "Oh, I know what you mean," or "That happens to me too." It makes the other person feel understood. It is one of the most powerful things you can do in a conversation, in any language. When he said he was tired, I could really relate. I had a long week too.
When he said he was tired, I could really relate. I had a long week too.
To extend means to make something longer or to add more. In conversation, you extend by saying one more thing, asking one more question, or sharing one more idea. It keeps the conversation alive and shows the other person you enjoy talking with them. Instead of ending the conversation, I extended it by asking about his plans for the summer.
Instead of ending the conversation, I extended it by asking about his plans for the summer.
And that is a wrap on today's episode of Talk Sarah. Alex, how are you feeling?
Honestly, like I want to go talk to someone right now. Like I am actually excited to try small talk.
That is the best thing you could say. Because that energy, that little bit of excitement, is exactly what you need. Take that energy into your day. Say hi to someone. Comment on something. Ask one friendly question.
And if it goes awkwardly?
Then you have a funny story. And funny stories are great.
That is such a good point. Nothing is ever wasted.
Nothing is ever wasted. Listeners, you showed up today. You practiced 30 sentences. You learned 5 new words. You learned the CARE method. That is a lot, and I am genuinely proud of you.
And remember, every small conversation you have in English is practice. The cashier at the store, the person next to you on the bus, your coworker by the coffee machine. They are all chances to grow.
They are all chances to grow. I love that.
I learned it from you.
Come back next episode. We have something really fun planned, and it is going to help you with one of the most common situations in American life. You do not want to miss it.
Until then, keep talking, keep trying, and keep choosing connection.
Because your voice matters, your story matters, and your English is growing one conversation at a time. See you next time on Talk Sarah.
Bye-bye.